presentation, there are 2 items that you need to submit. First would be the recorded video presentation. Now, for your recorded video presentation, this is where you have to write notes ya people. Make sure to jot this down. Tulis, nanti tak ingat. When you present later, make sure that your slides is clear, the choice of color is effective, the font is effective, and when I assess you, I should be able to see your face clearly. Because sometimes students, when they submit their assessment, they tend to include, they add their recorded video right at the end or at the corner of the recorded presentation, and it's very small. So you have to be mindful, be realistic. Orang nampak ke tak? Orang boleh tengok ke tak muka kita? Kalau dah kecil sangat, how am I going to assess your facial expression, your body language? So be mindful of how you present yourself, verbally and physically. That's one. That's two. First, your visual aid must be clear. Second, your recorded presentation when you are presenting must be visible. All right. Another point that you need to remember is your voice projection. This time around for this semester, if I cannot hear your presentation, I will penalize you. I mean, bukan nak ugut, tapi it's a bit unfair, right? Because knowing that you are given the flexibility to record at your own pace. If you feel that you are the person who needs to, to go through few practices, then practice first. Once you are sure of your presentation, the flow of the information, you are comfortable with yourself, then only you start recording for the assessment and then submit. Jangan macam submit tapi tak dengar. Atau macam ataupun you record once and then you straight away submit without even checking the quality of the submission. Right? So this time around, I'm not going to re-listen to your presentation, pause, and then increase my volume and then go near to the laptop. Kadang-kadang kalau tak dengar sangat, I have to wear my headphones. No, as a presenter, we are responsible to make sure that our listener is able to make sense of our content. So the responsibility is on you. 3 so far. Visual aids, your recorded presentation when you are presenting, your voice, all right? So far that those 3 points. If I have more, we'll add more reminders, all right? So all of you, 23 of you today, make sure to remember these 3 points. Apa nombor 1?
Visual aids.
Visual aids. What about the second element that you need to emphasize on?
Recorded presentation.
Yeah, your
Visible.
recorded presentation. And last one would be
Voice.
voice. Make sure that I can hear it properly. Okay? And then for written outline, you don't have to worry so much because we will go through the sample together and then you are expected to submit the first draft. So I can go through it with you and then we can, I will leave comment and then we will go back and forth to discuss the content before you finalize the points and submit it as your assessment. All right? Okay, so this is the sample of question. All right, here we do have the instruction. Cool. So please make sure that your pitch presentation is around 3 to 5 minutes only. So as I have informed you before, it can be on a business idea, a product, or even a service. So during your business presentation, your pitch presentation later, not to say that it has to be a product. Tak semestinya benda yang kita kena pegang, benda yang kita nampak. So it can also be a service or it can be a change of policy. Alright, benda yang kita tak nampak but still an innovation. That is also acceptable. Alright. So despite your topic people, tak kisahlah it's an idea ke, product ke, service ke, you need to have these three basic structure. Of course, you need an introduction, body, and finally conclusion. So under introduction, you need to greet your audience first, and then you need to have your attention getter, credibility, background of information, and also preview of central idea. And then you move to body. Here comes the issue, problem, solution, and justification for the solution. Kena ada relevance. Why you choose that solution and why that solution is the most effective approach. Because when your audience listen to your presentation, they might not be able to experience it on their own, right? Because this is just a pitch. And the service or the product or the idea is not available in the market, right, at the moment. So they cannot like listen to your presentation and try it. So it's again our responsibility as a presenter to justify, to let them see that it's going to work because so you explain to them. All right. And finally, conclusion. Now, for conclusion, we no longer provide new points. This is more on to restate the central idea and to call to action. Call to action ni maksudnya apa? Call to action means that you provide expectation. So what do you want your audience to do? What should they believe? Where should they stand on that particular content? And it is compulsory for you to use visual aids during your pitch presentation. Tak ada visual aids, tak adalah markah. But it's up to your creativity. You're not limited to only PowerPoint slides. You can use Canva, objects, photos, posters, anything that is relevant to your pitch presentation. All right? So far so good, people?
Yes.
All right. Hopefully, now that you are more aware of the requirement of the assessment, you can straight away adjust your title, your problem and whatnot as you present your title later. So, dah boleh adjust dah. Oh, lah kena macam ni. Lah kena macam tu. Oh, yang ni lagi relevant. Alright? Okay. So this is the format, just like what I have showed you just now. Now look at the bottom part of the screen here. So this is the criteria of the assessment. So we have the duration here, 3 to 5 minutes. If it's more than 5 or it's less than 3 minutes, marks will be deducted. Don't ask me. Like, madam, what if it's 5 minutes, 10 seconds? Madam, what if it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds? Up to you to decide, because the requirement is to make sure that the presentation is within 3 to 5 minutes. So technically, if it's less or when it's more, tak boleh lah, even though it's just like 10 seconds ataupun 20 seconds, because if it's going to be a verbal presentation, if you are fully utilizing that 10 seconds, those are still considered as marks. Unless macam transition ke, you biar kosong blank je 10 tu. 5 minutes, 10 seconds. So you macam secara tak sengaja, like accidentally, prolong the blank last slide, then that should not be an issue. But the requirement is 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. So for task fulfillment, if you are able to fulfill the requirement of the task, 5 marks. Language wise, 5 marks times 2, so that's 10. Non-verbal communication, 5 marks. Itu yang sebabnya I said, I should be able to see you. I should be able to see your eyes, to see your mouth, I should be able to see your face. To some extent, I should be able to see half of your body. If you are sitting, make sure that your laptop is placed further from you so that I can see more of you, all right? Or to be safe, you can always stand. So you have to treat this presentation as how you are going to present physically. Kalau kita present physically dalam kelas, do we sit or do we stand, people?
Stand.
We stand, right? We don't sit. So during that 3 to 5 minutes presentation, your non-verbal communication should be seen. Kalau kita zoom dekat muka je, it does not accumulate to non-verbal communication because we're only focusing on one element. So make sure that as a presenter, the audience should be able to see the movement of your body. So I would advise you to stand. All right. And audience engagement. Macam what do you do to make sure that you are considering the point of view of your audience? How to make sure that you do include them as part of your presentation. Okay, so it's accumulate to the content, the non-verbal communication, the language that you use, all right? So hence the total is 25%. All right. Maybe later I'll remind you again, but as I remember it now, I'll just straight away remind you. One thing about non-verbal communication and audience engagement. Sometimes you find it a bit confusing because you did move your hand, you do have, you show a little bit of non-verbal movement, you move your hand, you move your body and whatnot, but still you don't get high marks for non-verbal communication. What is the justification? Okay. The reason why sometimes you don't get extra marks or you don't get the marks that you would expect if you you really show your facial expression and whatnot is because sometimes you are overdoing it. Macam dah kata non-verbal communication ni kan, you want to secure that 5 marks kan, gerak lah macam hi, thank you everyone, yes, macam tu kan, dah macam it does not make sense for you to move all the time, right? That's number one, if you are overdoing it. Second, when you are less prepared people, there are times where the movement does not look natural. Have you ever watched a speech by someone famous? Either maybe Steve Jobs. Have you watched any of his presentation? No. Okay. What about our current Prime Minister? Have you ever listened to his speech? Yes, alright. Ada nampak tak our Prime Minister move a lot, but dia bergerak over sampai macam tu tapi nak bagi announcement je, right? Just to share points. But what he did is more on playing around with his intonation, he made eye contact, his facial expression. Way before Anwar Ibrahim becomes the Prime Minister, I have always been amazed with his ability to present, because if you watch all of his speeches, you will realize that he can actually, he is in control in most of the elements, right? Like sometimes when it comes to, even for me, I find it more comfortable to present in English, because I've been teaching English for quite some time, and then every day I present in English. When I am supposed to present in BM, bukan tak reti cakap Melayu, tahu je cakap Melayu, hari-hari cakap Melayu. But when it comes to formal, a speech, you be more mindful of your words, of the way you organize your thoughts and whatnot. But for him, he is able to switch his language to accommodate to the audience. Whenever he is speaking for a formal purposes, then he'll speak in BM, and he has good proficiency. Same goes to English. And then he will play around with his intonation, the way he projects his words. Right? I think he is one of the he could be an example of a good presenter. Other than that, I would say Najib is also not so bad, right? He can speak, and he's very relaxed. Najib ni dia sangat lay back. If you watch his um, presentation, his speeches, he's very calm. He doesn't try hard. It seems like everything is and he's very good at persuading. He finds the right word to let the audience understand the content. So please watch other people's presentation, um, to make sense of what it takes to become a good presenter. Or if you prefer someone younger, I used to share Said Sadiq's forum. Was it forum? I think so. I think those days when he was a prime minister, sorry, not when he is one of the ministers, he likes to join forums. I don't know whether you have watched it before. Have you? Any of his forums or conference that he joined? Said Sadiq pun not bad at all, right? Well, when you watch them, you're not watching for the content. You're not there for the politics. You're there for their credibility as a presenter, right? Okay. So the reason why sometimes you don't get the marks that you would expect you will get is because you're overdoing it, right? And then it's too scripted. Macam, Assalamualaikum, hi everyone, right? This is not a storytelling. So you have to be more mindful. The movement should be more natural, all right? Okay. And then here comes the outline. All right, for the outline, again, you do need all the same structures. Introduction, the same elements of the same structure, introduction, body, and conclusion. Now, for marking, the content is 10, all right? The organization is 3. The sources of reference is 2, so you need to have reference, and it is a total of 15%. 15 marks. All right. So far, so good. Are you clear with the instruction? Okay. All right. Now, I want to share with you the outline first. Can we straight away proceed, people? Are you still good to go? Okay, good. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right. This is the example that I have uploaded. So this is the more recent one. Okay. Now, so as I have briefed you just now, Okay, again ingat untuk outline kita tak ada, for outline it is not a script, right? So even though you are supposed to greet your audience first, but it's not here in the outline because the outline only emphasizes on the important elements of idea pitching. Alright? Okay, first thing first, you need an attention getter. Apa itu attention getter? Alright. Attention getter is the first engagement that you will have with your audience. So when it comes to attention getter, you should be able to fully utilize either the content where you share a fact maybe, or you share a relatable experience, or you share a visual aid, a photo, a poster, to shift your audience attention towards your presentation. So for the first part of your business pitch, all right, I always wanted to say idea pitching, no, business pitch, all right. For the first part of your business pitch, you need to set a tone with your audience. Is it going to be something that they can make sense of? Maybe you want them to see themselves as customers, or as potential customers, or do you want them to see themselves as what? All right, so attention getter ni is like um you are not only selling yourself, but you are also selling your idea. So if you look at the example here, it says first what you do is you display pictures of Uber and Grab founder. Okay, so that is a photo of them. All right. So you ask the audience to guess who they are. So maybe the audience know it, maybe the audience don't. All right. Since this is a recording, you are still allowed to ask questions. That should not be an issue. All right. But the question does not require an answer. Like what I sometimes do to you, I ask the question, and then without waiting for your answer, I provide the answer. So the reason why you ask these questions to your audience, even though they're not there during your presentation, is to trigger their thoughts. Kita tak nak pun dengar jawapan sebab bukanlah kata tak nak. We know that we are going to provide the answer. Cumanya we want them to think. We want them to be part of the presentation. All right. So you ask them, do you know who they are? Have you ever come across these photos before? All right. And then maybe you give them some clues and whatnot. Give it few seconds to trigger their interest. Then you reveal the answer. All right. Write this down, people. When you ask question, you have to provide answers. This is some common mistakes that presenters usually do. Yeah, they ask question because hypothetical questions helps to trigger the audience interest, tapi lupa nak bagi jawapan. You macam tanya, and then you hear some voices, some answers, and then you straight away proceed with another point. Tak boleh. Whenever you ask questions in any part of your presentation, kena bagi jawapan. Don't leave your audience hanging. Alright? So that's why the third point there is to reveal the answer. And then you proceed by asking the audience to guess when Grab was established. So this is up to your creativity. Either you want it to be another question, or you want it to be a statement, or you want it to be a trivia, all right? That will be up to you. And then you reveal the answer and you provide the content. So this is quite interesting sebenarnya. Nampak macam simple je, right? But I'm pretty sure that you yourself are unsure of Uber and Grab founders. Do you know who they are? Yes, no? I mean, there are some controversy about Grab. And then, you do use Grab. I'm pretty sure you have the apps. Yes? Mesti ada punya lah. Or maybe even if you don't have it now, I'm pretty sure you have used your friends before. Do we all have Grab apps, people? Or at least have registered before? Mesti ada punya. My,
Yes.
my mom pun ada. Mesti you pun ada. Alright? Okay, so we are aware of the apps. We have used it before. If we have not, at least we know the mechanism of it. But but yet you don't know. Yet you don't know who the founder is. So, you want to share something new, and then maybe a history of the company and whatnot, depending on the relevance of the content. Tengoklah, kalau kena dengan content kita, by all means. Alright? Okay, so you need to have a source. Dia tak boleh suka-suka je, just because I know, or just because I think so. No. You need to have a source. That's why you cannot rely on AI. You need to know the content in order for you to be able to come up with something interesting like this. All right? Okay, now moving on to credibility. So here you introduce yourself to the audience, and then you share your own inconvenient experience using e-hailing. For credibility, okay, tadi kita dah engage with the audience. Kita share something interesting, lepas tu orang kata, oh, ini rupanya founder dia. Oh, rupanya Grab ni, maybe you have heard of Uber before. Oh, rupanya Uber and Grab, they are, they become one company after a while. I see. Could be that. Oh, but you realize that, oh, rupanya Grab ni comes from taxi hailing apps, My Taxi. Like how those days when Grab and Uber first established their service, there was some sort like rivalry between taxi drivers and Grab drivers, right? Even until now, sometimes there are some places where Grabs are not allowed to, go to some public, and not to say public, kadang-kadang tak public pun, there are some areas that are covered by, certain community. So little that we know, it's actually from My Taxi. Something like, not to say, kalau lah kata it's not that interesting, but it's something new. So, okay, now I know. All right. Now, coming to credibility, as a presenter at the moment, sekarang, we're talking about now, you don't have a strong position. Nak kata you are working with Grab pun tidak. Nak kata you are a stakeholder of Grab pun tidak. But how to make sure that your audience believe what you say? So here, the example provided, instead of you say to you tell them lies, like, you pretend to be someone else, you share your own inconvenience experience. So it's not just about something that you have heard. It's not something that you have seen other people experience it. You yourself yang experience it. You know it better. Right? Sebab itulah orang cakap, you will only know the pain of a heartbreak until you are heartbroken yourself. You only know how the extent of sadness when it comes to death only when you experience death yourself. I don't think nothing deep behind it. Tapi I rasa in order for you to know what heartbreaks feels like is to be heartbroken. Have you been heartbroken already at a very young age, people? Oh, dah Cepatnya. Good to know. I mean, this is good actually. The earlier you get heart, the earlier you get your heart broken, the better for you to, I mean, it's easier for you to navigate your life. Hmm. Okay, that's a different story. Alright, so here, dia cerita sendiri masalah dia, barulah kita percaya, right? Would you listen to advice about motherhood from a single adult? Or would you rather listen to advice coming from mothers themselves? Mestilah kalau kita nak tanya pasal motherhood, kita tanyalah mothers, right? If you want to ask about marriage, you ask questions, you ask experience from married people. If you want to know what it takes to become a businessman or to own a business, you reach out to people who own business. Bukannya orang yang kerja makan gaji, betul tak? Right, so for credibility, it's something simple. It's a personal experience, something that people cannot argue. You know, it's established, it has gone through a lot of revolutions, but somehow there are still some lacking in the customer's personal experience, which is you. Alright, here comes the background of information. Barulah kita nak cerita. Okay. So here comes details related to e-hailings. Alright, what does e-hailing do? Alright, is it limited to certain service? And then you may want to include some interesting facts related to Grab, so people know that we are going to narrow it down only on Grab services. All right, so here you have view. Semua ada source. Semua ada source. It does not come from something, I mean, it cannot be without a support. All right. Mesti ada source of reference. Alright. So you can see that e-hailing, Grab was the e-hailing or ride-hailing apps chosen by 94% Malaysians. So macam, wow, macam-macamnya. Macam dahsyatnya Grab ni kan. Tadi cakap ada problem. Tapi you nak cerita dulu pasal Grab. Alright, so dia ada flow of content. Alright, and then you move to central idea. Now for central idea, here you are providing a one complete sentence to represent the whole pitch. Okay, so what do you want to do? What do you want to share? So here it says that you want to introduce RightSync to the audience by mentioning that it is an all-in-one application that blends e-hailing rides with public transportation planning and ticket purchasing. Isn't this interesting? Kita nak cakap yang Grab ni dahsyat lah, apalah. Tapi we just realised that Grab, even though with different types of services, it's still limited enough where you have to download a different apps in order for you to use a different service. Betul? So this is something interesting. We always want a one pit stop. We don't want to download too many apps. We don't want to go back and forth trying to learn to use different apps. All right. So here you should have everything. Macam contoh like now, right? If you are going to use Grab, then you have to download Grab apps. If you are going to get e-hailing service from AirAsia, you have to download the AirAsia apps. For you to buy tickets for buses, it's a different apps, right? If I'm not wrong, it's something bus. I'm not quite sure. But for ETS, for KTM, that is of a different website. So macam-macam. You always have to be, you have to always keep yourself updated. So here the central idea, they want to introduce RightSync. Okay, write this down people. You can come up with a name. Boleh. If it is a service or it is just an idea sekalipun, you can name your idea. So people will say, oh, it's the right thing. Oh, this is something. Or this is something. All right. Now, moving on to the body. Alright, tadi kita dah cerita dah background study ni, background information ni. Dah cerita dah dahsyatnya lah. Grab ni, you know, chosen by majority of Malaysians. Tapi dekat Central Idea, you nak introduce something new. Kenapa? There must be a reason why. Because here are the issues. So given here, you have two. Now, it's up to you to decide whether you want to have one and then few subheadings where you provide examples, you provide justification. Contoh macam the first point here. Users experience difficulty getting e-hailing rides especially during peak hours. In your outline, yes, boleh general macam ni, tak ada masalah. Later, during your business speech, you have to go into details, right? Excuse me. What does it mean or what kind of difficulties? So you provide example. What time is considered as peak hours? So you also explain that, and then you may want to show comparison of price during non-peak hour and during peak hours. So that's why I said untuk outline ni general je. Nanti dekat presentation jangan general macam ni. Kena go into details. Alright? Are you able to follow so far, people? Do you see the difference of the requirement of assessment? Okay. Alright. Now, once you have explained the problem, you provide the solution. Okay. So there are too many e-hailings option. So the solution is that you want to compress everything in one apps. So you have everything. Semua ada. Buka satu app, dekat situ lah you book your ride. That is where you get your grocery. That's where you get your, you know, whatever that you need. Alright? And then here comes the justification for the solution. So here you are sharing the benefits of your solution. Why RideSync is better than any other e-hailing. So it's up to you to decide again how many benefits that you want to include. All right, but of course it has to be synced to the problem solution. Then only the justification would make sense. Alright. Contohnya, kita kata macam ni. Here we talk about peak hours. Dekat benefits, it covers on peak hours. And then we talk about multiple e-hailings. Here we talk about availability and alternative transportation options. Dia kena sama. Dia tak boleh macam ni. Problem, students have, contohlah let's use this example. Contohnya, the problem is the price is high. Okay, for Grab, the service, the service rate is quite high. All right, and then the solution is that with RideSync, you can go. You can buy grocery. You can not only you can buy grocery, you can also purchase tickets for public transportation. Dia tak sama. Walaupun ada masalah, ada justification, tapi dia tak sama. Tadi kita cakap pasal harga, yang ni kita cakap pasal service. So you have to check your points. From one point to another, it must make sense. Okay? And finally, the conclusion. So here in conclusion, you have two elements to reinforce the central idea why RideSync is the better choice, and then what do you want them to do? or what do you want them to believe? Kadang-kadang maybe there's nothing for them to do, but there must be something that you want them to believe, so you can share it here. And you have to list down all of the sources of reference, because without that, marks will be deducted. Okay. Do you see it now, people? How are you going to go about with the um, business page? Nampak tak? Right. Hopefully for the others too, right? Muhammad Ihsan, are you with me?
Yes,
All
Madam,
right.
I'm with you.
Are you able to follow so far?
Yes, so far so good.
All right, good. Okay. So later, when you go through our assessment one folder, you will see that there is an empty outline that I have uploaded. I am in the midst of editing the outline. So you can use the empty outline to fill it up with your points. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the alignments and the details. I'll adjust it before you start using it. And once it's available for you to use, I'll share it with you. All right. Now, so I want to show you. I know that I have asked you to brainstorm on your own, but just a little bit more to help you understand it better. All right. So these are the questions that you want to ask. I remember telling you last week to not think outside of the box. Because if you think outside of the box, when it is outside of your box, it is mostly unknown to you. Benda yang you tak tahu, benda yang you tak pernah experience, benda yang maybe you tak minat. So stay in the box. Don't go out from the box. Stay inside the box and ask yourself, what interests you? Maybe as ladies, you are those persons who like to buy you like makeups and you like online shopping. So those are the two interests of yours. So let's say as ladies, because maybe you stay somewhere far or you prefer to do online shopping, you like to shop your makeups online, right? And then the next one is more on your knowledge about the topic. What do you know about the topic? Do you know, maybe, if you are enthusiastic on a certain topic or a certain product or a certain field, you know it better than anyone else. Contoh lah, orang yang selalu beli dekat TikTok, they know when to get cheaper price. If you are a fan of Uniqlo, you know which Uniqlo to go to get more sale items. If you like, things like that, if you are interested in that. So katakanlah you ni suka makeups, right? And compared to different platforms, right? You know that you katalah cakap macam, okay, let's say you know about local brands, you know about the makeup scene in Malaysia, you know the different platforms that local brands use to sell their products and things like that, right? So orang yang pakai makeup, orang yang suka makeup, dia tahu, oh bagus brand ni lah, tak bagus brand ni lah, kena beli produk ni lah, jangan beli produk tu lah, right? But then again, there is a problem. What is it? I think the most obvious problem when it comes to buying makeups online is to find the right color for your skin tone. Betul? Right. So it's quite difficult for us to make sure that we manage to buy the right color for our skin tone. Okay lah, I give you an example of my personal experience. The only brand that I use for my lipstick is Side Dewa. Right. The thing about Side Dewa is that it always look nice on other people. And it annoys me a lot. Because macam cantik je orang lain pakai, right? And then whenever I want to get a lipstick, I will always brainstorm with my friends. It's like, okay, what do you think? Do you think this color would look nice on me? Do you think it's valid? Because they would name the product with different places and quite interesting names, right? And so am I more towards Bali, or am I more towards Setia Alam? Am I towards this? All right. So I've been using Setia Alam for quite some time. And then now I don't have it in stock already. And I wanted to try something new because I was told that my skin tone, even though I'm more towards the darker side, but I tak tahulah orang, the makeup artist said that I should wear something towards peachy color. So don't go for dark red, maroon, because we always assume that if we have dark color, we're supposed to buy dark lipstick like maroon, more towards red, and something that is in the darker tone, so that it suits our skin. But surprisingly, according to the makeup artist, my face because of the color of my lips, it's more towards the peachy side. All right. But then again, with the correct lighting and whatnot, of course, it will always look nice on the models, because Side Dewa, if you are familiar with the layout of the website and whatnot, they will always share different skin tone using the lipstick color, right? But still, it cannot be exactly as yours, right? Because you may come from the same skin tone, but you have different different color that would enhance your skin, something like that, very technical, your undertone and whatnot, inshallah, the terms, right? So how I wish that I could actually upload my own skin color or the color of my lips and play around with the lipstick color on the website. So people have done this before for clothing, right? You can upload your measurement, and then they will, you can play like Barbie sort of thing online to see whether the clothes fit you or not. The people have been doing it for the for clothing, and that I know there is such mirror where when you on the mirror, they will help you to decide your the color of your skin and whatnot. But still, if you buy that mirror, you have to purchase the item first. We are going a step back. We are taking a step back. Is not after buying the item. We want to decide which item to buy. So how I wish we have that. So we have problem, we have solution, we have personal experience. I am interested in the topic, right? If I'm not interested in the topic, I don't wear makeups, but I do wear lipstick. So if you want to talk about blusher ke, eyeshadow ke, I memang tak pandai. Tapi kalau lipstick, I pandai. Not to say I pandai, I know. I will always open the website and then scroll through and see when is it on sale, which color should I buy, and things like that. So that's why I say, don't go out from your own box. Stay inside and look for information that you know, that is near to you. So if you like a certain brand, or if you are familiar with a certain service, you know more than anyone else. rather than you Google up any available topic and then you straight away proceed with whatever given. So you don't know the details of it. Kalau orang yang tak pakai Set Dewa, orang yang tak pernah beli kat Set Dewa, you don't know that oh rupanya website dia macam ni, oh rupanya dia ada bagi. There are options. Tapi it's not as specific as if it is on your own lips or with your own skin tone. So don't go out of the box. Stay in the box and then go through these questions for you to decide the relevance of your topic. Okay. Do you need a break, people? Or can we proceed with the brainstorming?
Break, madam.
Okay, all right. Just a quick 5 minutes break and then we'll come back by 9:40, okay?
This, kita present santai je ke or
Santai-santai je. I want to know what is your title.
just like, okay. Okay. Thank you, madam.
No problem. Right. Anyone? Anything?
Okay. If that's the case, I want to volunteer.
All right. Let's hear it, Noha.
Okay. Wait a second, madam. So, madam, can you hear my voice?
Yes.
All right. So, my idea is, I choose multi-layer folding hanger.
Okay.
Do you know, madam, about it?
I might be able to make sense of it. All right. You just proceed with your presentation. We'll see how it goes.
So, I choose multi-layer folding hanger, and the problem related to this title is because it took too much space in the closet and we couldn't bring more hanger when we go travel, and the clothes will have wrinkle because we have too much things to bring. And the justifications, we can minimize the space and it became more organized, especially in a small closets, because multi-layer folding hangers allow us to hang multiple clothes vertically, and it can maximizing closet space. And other than that, it light than hangers and it easy to bring, so it's like travel friendly, and it can make clothes wrinkle free.
All right. Is there any available product similar to what you are presenting, Anuha?
Okay. Madam, can you please repeat the question?
Is there any available product that is similar to what you have presented?
Yes, it have, but it's not really similar.
Okay, what will be the difference?
The difference is, I think it's pattern.
Or pattern-wise?
Yes. For this multi-layer folding hanger, it's we hang the clothes vertically, but for the other patterns, it has like what we call that, for I think for shawls or for scarves, yang bulat-bulat tu.
So you are going to, I assume, draw your product. Is that it? So that the audience will be able to make sense of it better?
Yes.
All right. Seems doable. So my suggestion is that you may want to emphasize on what we have at the moment in the market and what is the innovation that you have. I mean, because your pitch in a way is an innovation of what we already have in the market, kan? Benda dah ada, cuma you are providing a different option, right?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
betul.
so you can always share what we have at the moment in the market, and then you share your pitch. Doable? All right. So far, so good, Noha. You can
Yes.
update your title later under assessment one. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so
So,
much.
Madam, I have a
Yes.
question. So for
Mm-hmm.
this assessment one, we need to. I couldn't change my title. I need to proceed with this multi-layer folding hanger.
Not really. I mean, you get to decide what title you want to do. If you do want to proceed with it, by all means, yes, you are allowed to. Are you planning to change to a different topic?
Um, Tengok dulu kot.
But whatever it is, you do need to um, update the Google Sheet. You cannot just change and straight away proceed with the topic. All right.
All right, madam.
Okay.
Thank you,
What about
madam.
the others? Anyone else? Thank you, huh? Yes, Dania. I cannot hear you so far. No, I cannot. What about the others? Can you hear Dania?
No.
Yeah, seems to me.
Hai madam.
Yes.
Okay, madam dengar eh.
Mm.
Madam dengar clear tak? Sebab mikrofon saya sometimes ada problem.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. So my my idea pitching is queuing apps for concert or event attendees.
Okay. Proceed,
So
Siri.
I love going to concerts. I suka purchase ticket and then watch my favorite singers performing. But however, there are problems bila I pergi concert, such as I'm the kind of person who like to purchase standing tickets. I suka rope zone view, and the problem that comes up with the rope zone view is you often kena line up always. The first siapa yang line up dulu and akan dapat the best view
Mm.
like that. So often orang you kena secure your line. Tak nak kasih orang cut queues and you kena wait for hours in the line. Usually like almost 5 hours. Because that's what you have to do kalau you nak dapat the best views. So problem that arise with this topic is memang akan orang ada cut queues, akan ada fan wars, orang gaduh lah sebab orang dah penat-penat queue and then tiba-tiba ada orang lain cut.
Okay.
And then there are also problems such as Muslim fans yang sanggup tinggal solat semata-mata nak jaga dia orang punya queue. And other problems are fans are often they have to line up under very terrible weather. Contoh kalau tempat tu tak provide proper space for queuing, you kena line up under rain dalam hujan ke atau panas terik ke. So it's very uncomfortable. So my justification is with these queuing apps, instead of having to line up very, very early and you have to wait hours, upon your arrival to the concert venue, you have to register with the queuing apps, and then the queuing apps will automatically insert your queue numbers. So basically, while waiting for the concert to start, after you register, you can simply pergi makan ke, or solat, or get your connect with your other friends ke. So you
Right.
tak payah beratur lama sangat just to secure your spot. Basically, you are more relaxed. You tak payah rushing, tak tinggal solat. So bila you dah ada queue number tu, you dah register queue number tu, like maybe 2 hours after before the concert starts, the apps will notify us that, concert is about to start. So let's get in line. So
Mm,
each fans boleh refer to one another queue number. So tak ada siapa boleh cut queues.
okay. I
Okay.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I have a question. How are you going to, have you come up with some sort like an attention getter for your topic already?
Not yet, but I have few ideas on it.
All right, okay. This is quite interesting. I like it, Dania, because again, queuing system, digital queuing system, we do have it already. But I think you are right. We don't have it specifically for concert.
Yeah.
So this is again some sort like of an innovation. It's two different services combined as one for the benefit of people who go to concerts, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Uh, our current queuing system ni untuk appointment je. Appointment apps.
Yeah. All right. And I know that some restaurants they do have it already, but I don't think
Yeah,
for concerts, right?
betul.
Okay. Yes. Proceed. I don't know why they are not doing it. Maybe because it's not easy to
Mm-mm.
navigate the audience inside the hall. That one I'm not quite sure, but in terms of outside the hall, that should not be an issue, right? So the system is the system is used before you go
Before
in the
masuk.
hall, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
because the moment
betul.
you are in the hall, again the standing is still freestanding, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ni just queuing until you masuk tiket tu je.
Right. That apps is applicable until the door is open for the audience.
Mm.
All right. Okay. All right. So you may want to justify on that and share the mechanism of your apps so that your audience understand that this is used during before the door is open for the audience. All right. Very good. Thank you so much, Dania. In fact, it will be interesting. I mean, maybe I missed it. Do you have a name for your apps?
Belum lagi.
All right. I mean, that will be up to you whether to have a name or not. All right. Interesting. This is good. This is a good example of how you fully utilize your interest and your personal experience. People who don't go to concerts, they don't know that for those who like what Dania has experienced, when you have free seating, you have to go there very early. And then you have to stay in the line for however many hours that before the door opens. And like you said, there are so many other things that you can do rather than to sit around and wait in the line. Very good. Interesting. Thank you so much, Dania. All right.
Okay.
Moving on to anyone else? Ainur, any idea that you would like to present?
Yes.
Hmm.
Can I talk about a flavored water bottle?
Don't we have it already?
I think yes. but not in Malaysia.
You can always order it. I mean, I know Malaysians have the bottles already. I know few people who has it, the flavored bottle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't talk about products that already exist.
Yes. Tak boleh.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's why I said what you can do, the least you can do is to innovate. So like what Noha did is something that we have already, but this time around it's of a different design, of a different organization, and it's, the concept is the same, but the way you navigate the product is slightly different. So it's the same with for Dania, it's a combination of two different services. Okay, so it has to be something original. Okay, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, you still have the whole week to finalize your title. Alia,
Yes, madam.
yes, anything that you would like to share with the group?
I think my idea is very simple,
Hmm.
but I'm thinking of like okay, I am someone who sweats a lot. So when I'm at campus or anywhere I go, I bring a mini portable fan. So most of the times on my right hand there will be my phone, and on the other hand I will hold the portable fan. So sometimes I have to bring a lot of stuff. So when I'm holding those two things on my hand, I cannot bring a lot of stuff lah. So I'm thinking to the mini portable fan that could be attached to any kind of phone, and it works like a tripod. Madam, do you understand my idea?
Wait, again.
um Can, if we have the mini fan, kan we need to hold it on with our hand, kan.
Yes, all right.
I'm thinking kita buat kipas tu boleh attach dekat kita punya phone macam tripod. Macam tripod tu ada kipas macam tu.
So the handle will be attached to your phone, and then where does the fan go?
The fan is on top of our phone.
At the back of our phone or
Uh,
in front of the screen?
no, on.
Are you able to later show it to your audience?
Maybe I can.
Because with your verbal explanation, I would not be able to make sense of it.
Alah.
I do see the innovation. Cumanya, if you have it illustrated, if it's not a real product, but it's illustrated as a photo, right? I think we will be able to make sense of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So is my idea okay?
It seems okay. I mean, the idea, the innovation is there. Cuma I cannot make sense where the fan would be attached to your phone.
Kipas kan bulat kan, madam?
Yeah.
Bulat tu dekat atas phone kita. Tapi dia punya handle tu dekat belakang.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just make sure. To draw the product. Yeah. Make sure.
Okay, I will draw the product.
Okay. I'm pretty sure with the way you explain, I don't think there is any available product in the market, right? This is a true innovation because we cannot make sense of it yet. Okay,
I think
boleh?
that is similar one, but what I'm thinking right now, I don't think that's already created.
Okay. You can always recheck whether they have it in the market or not. All right, Alia?
Okay. Madam,
Yes.
call me Nafisa.
All right. Okay, Nafisa.
Thank you, madam.
No problem. All right. What about you, Amir? Are you with me?
Yes, madam.
All right. Anything to share with the floor?
Sekejap. Sekejap, madam. Bising kejap. Jiran saya berlezu, jadi bising kat sebelah ni. Sekejap, ya.
Okay.
Kejap ya, madam. Ada gangguan suara kejap.
Okay. I'll get back to you, Amir. Let's proceed with Hannah. Hannah Nara? Yes. Sorry again. You're breaking. Okay. Okay. So not to say the innovation, but what makes it different is that your shop will only cater to alteration, right? Nothing to do with sewing a full outfit, betul? And then it will be open 24, sorry, it will be open every day, and it will only be in malls. Is that it? All right, okay. I would say yes. Again, this is a combination of many services. We do have, like Hannah has justified, we do have shops who alter clothes, but sometimes they also accommodate to sewing, and then it's not specified only on altering clothing. All right, I think the service is quite specialized based on the features that you have shared. So the feature, what makes your service is different is because of those few specifications. So you have to emphasize on those specification, because that is the selling point, Hannah. All right. Okay, thank you. I guess with that, you will have to have a name for your shop, Hannah. So make sure to name your shop something catchy that would represent the service. All right, thank you. Okay. Ami, is your issue solved?
Okay, soft, madam.
All right, okay.
Tadi burung jiran terlepas.
Okay.
Okay. So my idea is adjustable LAN cable charger. Is it okay, madam?
You justify it first. Let's hear it.
So the problem related is limited flexibility in charging device due to fixed length cable. So macam sekarang ni kabel kan ada macam ni. Dia punya kabel charger kita kan dia macam kadang panjang, kadang pendek, kadang 1 meter, kadang 1 meter 1 tapi panjang dia berbeza lah kan. So another reason plug position or user far from the table and bed sorry. So semua pernah experience kan pasal plug jauh kan, anyone? So
Okay.
cable, so adjustable cable charger ni penting lah untuk kita sekarang ni. And lagi satu, inconvenience of tangled cables. So we don't need to multiple cable for verifying. Sorry.
Does it mean it is some sort like an extension? It looks like an
Yeah.
extension, but it is a cable.
Yeah. So justification, we introduce the elastic cable or adjustable feature that allowing user to customize the cable length according to their needs. So macam measuring tape lah saya punya design tu. Boleh?
All right, but then you mentioned just now something to do with you don't need a lot of different cables. How is that relevant to your product, Ami? Because it's about the length, right? But the head of the cable is only one ke ada banyak?
So ada satu.
There's only one, right? I think in terms of tangle wires, measurements and whatnot, that will be relevant. But if you say you only need one cable for all kind of gadget, that will not make sense, right? I mean, at the moment, because even for iPhones pun now you have different cables if you use the later models. And of course with different phones, and then you have different cable. Does it make sense so far, Ami?
Good. Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of the length, yes, not an issue. Cuma itulah yang when you mention that you can use one cable for all tu, I think that would not make sense. Right, so you are selling the compatibility of the product. So it's clean and sleek and neat for people who are especially very concerned about their wiring. So at least you have everything, all rolled up as you mentioned. Do you have visuals later? Would that be possible?
Maybe.
Right. I think it will be better if you can draw something or get AI to come up with a product. I'm not quite sure whether it's possible or not. Not that I have used AI design before. I don't know. There is such application code. I'm not quite sure. All right, Ami?
Okay, madam.
Just something out of the context. Have you watched Julie's advertisement, Raya advertisement, people? You have. Oh, okay. Those thumbs up means you have. So if you have not, that will be an interesting, it's quite out of the box advertisement for Raya this time around. I find it quite interesting, even though it's not one of the top Raya advertisement, I think, but it is quite interesting. It's about AI. So it's quite funny, right? Have you watched any Raya advertisements? I realize that most people enjoy RHB's Raya's advertisement. Yeah, but I rasa macam tak sangat. I don't enjoy, not to say I don't enjoy, I feel like this is my personal opinion, okay, not that you need to know. I just want to share with you. RHB could have done better if they emphasize more on the storyline rather than the way they play around with the color tone. I feel that they try a little bit too hard to make sure that the visuals look aesthetic. Like when everything looks so well put, it doesn't look natural. Macam the cord, the grocery store and whatnot looks too well put. It doesn't feel natural, even though it's actually a real, it's based on real story. Rasa macam bosan. And then the others, mostly yang macam it's all about parents, it's pretty typical. I find quite interesting is Etika. I think my top choice, I think it's Etika. If you have not watched it, you should, people, and see what do you think about that. All right. So talking about AI, Julie's lah. Ada Julie's is about they use AI. All right. Done up until Hana. What about Hanim?
Yes.
Yes. Do you have anything to share?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of drive-through groceries shopping.
Okay.
So the problem related to the topic are first, traffic jam, especially during weekends to go buy groceries. The second one is it will be even harder for the shopper that went grocery shopping alone, because there's no helper to help them hold all the bags. The third one is it takes time, especially to queue during payment process. And the next one for justification, it can minimize grocery shopping duration. It will be easier for the busy people to buy groceries because you can just pick and go. And the last one is you can buy lots of stuff alone because you don't need to hold all of it while walking.
I wouldn't say that it's not an innovation. Obviously, we don't have such service yet for grocery drive-through, but I don't think it is the most effective, because if you are to justify or to highlight the issues related to busyness and then heavy items and whatnot, you can, I mean, buying grocery has always been a click away since pandemic. And that is what I have been doing for quite some time already. You can be on Aeon online, and then you click on whatever item that you feel like buying. So everything is there, including fresh bakes. And then you can even decide on the slot. And it is possible to get the items delivered on the same day. So it's something similar to what we have on Grab too. So rather than to go for a drive-through, why not we just buy online? Wouldn't that be easier? Now, so
Yes.
it is an innovation. It is still an innovation, but I don't think it is the most effective one, because what we have now is already effective enough. And buying grocery is not possible for it to be done within, let's say, 10 minutes, right? So imagine the lines for the drive-through, not because there are too many customers, it is because each customer will take quite some time to finish their grocery list. So actually, grocery shops, they do provide a service. If you cannot wait or you cannot adjust to the time slot provided, the least you can do is you can order online and straight away pick up. That would make better sense, because it will give the workers more time to get all the items that you need. And if it happens that the items that you don't need is not available, they will inform you through phone calls or WhatsApp. And then if that's the only item that you want to buy, then there would not be any delivery, and you don't have to do the pickup. If it is a drive-through, if there is only one item that you need, and when you go there it's out of stocks, then it's not the most effective. So The idea is there, but I don't think it is an innovation that people would expect when it comes to drive-thrus. I think, as for me, just a little bit of brainstorming, yeah, Hanim. You can always ask your friends, how I wish family marts have drive-thrus. I think that is possible, knowing that their store is quite small, and then there are times where you don't want to go out, but at the same you don't want to go out and go to the store because the store smells. When you go out from the store, you will smell like their the hot food that they serve, right? And when you get when yes, they are ordered, and then when you order them online through e-hailing application, those Grab, Shopping, whatnot, you only want to get simple items, but they're quite expensive. So there are times where you just want to get green tea ice cream, and you don't want to go in the store, but also you don't think it's worth paying for the ice cream when the delivery is more expensive. I always wish for a drive-through family mart. Macam sometimes you just want an ice cream or a sandwich. Ataupun if you want an order, imagine the counter has a window. Queue in store also very long. Betul juga. So if macam McDonald lah, even if you queue quite long, but at least you are in the car. Like how, McDonald was such a hit before. It has always been long queues for their drive-thrus. But we don't mind it because we are in our comfort zone. And we're waiting for something that is quick. The moment it's our turn, we will straight away get our food. Now, if it's going to be drive-through, you can stick to that idea, Hanim, but maybe of a different service.
Yes, fair enough.
All right. So something else, maybe something that is, there is one family mart drive-through. Is it somewhere in Klang Valley, Marisa? That would be nice.
I think dekat Kelang sebab macam pernah nampak hari tu.
All right. Is it some? All right. Okay. I'll make sure to go for a drive with my husband if that's the case. That would be very easy. I really love their wrap. I love their sandwiches, and I always go there for their green teas. Tapi sebabkan bau oden tu, I selalu tak pergi. Because the moment you get out from the place, you will smell like oden. All right. Okay, Marisa, what about you?
Yes, I think about dictionary pen.
Okay.
Yeah. The problem related is because sometimes I find it troublesome to keep searching the definition of some words in Google, because as myself, sometimes I read a novel or some books. They use advanced English words, so I cannot understand because we don't really use the word in our daily life. So I think, the justification for this product, it could save our time from Googling, and I think it would be more convenient to have it because we can just instant access the words without Googling it in the internet, and we could also read the book peacefully because, yeah.
So the pen would look like the tablet's pen, right?
There is ada yang similar macam ni, but it's called translator pen.
All
They
right.
sell it in Shopee.
So what would make it different with your product is that it's not a translator pen, it's a dictionary pen.
The translator pen is for anyone who's studying the other language, because if you select the pen in the words at the book, dia orang akan show the meanings of the words dekat untuk bahasa yang lain lah. Contoh macam dekat buku tu bahasa Cina, tapi kita tak faham, so kita boleh select dia keluar bahasa yang kita nak lah kan, English ke, Melayu ke. But for mine, dictionary macam contoh kalau kita baca buku ada advanced words, apa-apa yang tak faham, so kita select so dia keluar definition yang kita boleh lagi faham lah.
Alright. I know there is such thing as pen dictionary. Those days, you can type out the word and then they will inform you the meaning, and then you can even touch the pen on the dictionary. So there is such thing as I think some sort of a technology. So you may want to emphasize on your specific features. So it's actually available already in the market. But what makes it different from the other, that is your selling point. So your selling point is not the dictionary pen in general, Marisa. Your selling point is one feature in that dictionary point that does not have in any available product. Does it make sense, Marisa?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you may proceed with that. Thank you so much. Muhammad Aiman, you with me?
Yes, madam.
Yeah.
My product is heat plate. The problem is sometimes when you store your food in your refrigerator, so you have to heat your food at stove. So it takes many steps. You have to transfer your food from the plate and to the stove. So I make this product. It's called heat plate. So you just push the button and your food will become hot balik lah.
So it's
So
like a portable microwave, some sort of thing?
tapi dia kat pinggan. So just pinggan tu masuk je lah dalam peti tu. Lepas tu bila nak makan, just tekan button. Then panas lah makanan tu.
Okay.
So tak payah nak pakai tak payah nak buat kerja banyak lah.
Yeah, magic. Nafisa got it right, magic. All right, I think it's doable. We don't have that available in the product yet, is it?
Yes, not available.
Not everywhere. No, it should not be anywhere.
Not available.
Oh, not available. Okay, all right. Thank you, Aiman. Okay, what about Azrul?
Hello, madam.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea is similar to the night, if I'm not mistaken. So my idea is to develop an app called Event Hunters app. So which is the problem is there's no an app for event or in one place. So like saya buat event ni app ni especially for event. So like consists of food festivals, like concerts, like esports, like anything for the events lah. So the purpose is event app for the people to keep updated. So which is the problem is there's no an app for event in one place. So like every event has like its own website. Contohnya macam like you go to the concert A, you need go to this website. Example like ticket hotline. So the concert B, you need go to this website, air ticket or something like that. So there is a bit complicated for maybe the first time for the people. So the third problem is high probability website system crash down during ticketing process, which means like high traffic. So this system akan crash. So you nak bayar, you akan start queuing, you dah queue lama-lama still tak dapat masuk lagi. So another problem is like people miss the update about the event concert in social media platform lah. So my justification for this one is I developed an app for event space that consists every details of the event. Contoh like I repeat back like like a concert. So there is details like kita ada ticketing process from start queue from this time to this hour, and then we got merchandise available can go through. So we compile all the links, direct links in one app. Contoh, we apply the same method like a job seeking app macam Troopers. So macam Troopers you buka, you ada banyak keluar list of job yang you nak. So same goes to this app lah. You buka this app, you tengok banyak event yang ada. So you choose lah which one event you want to pergi. Contoh like you nak pergi event e-sport. Like right now having a MPL, Mobile Legend punya event. Or you want go to concert. It can be a free or paid one lah. So you choose either which one you want to go. So in that app also you boleh keep update just on notification. So contoh you keep interest with the concert, so you add to favorite, and then anything updates contoh like artist or special guest or merchandise punya updated, you'll be update on the notification. So like it's easier for people lah, especially for the event. So kalau you nak keep update about the event, instead of you open your social media platform, you can open just in one app. So everything in one app lah for the event. Like I said, like food festival ke, e-sport ke, concert ke, dia boleh jadi event yang free or yang berbayar. So for the paid one, we do compile sekali dengan third party system lah. Contoh like boleh offer service terus untuk dia beli tiket, like concert one lah. So you just go out to concert, check out the ticket. So we do also want to have a better cloudware system, which is kita nak avoid daripada crash system. So the people will queue easily, get the ticket easier than others website. So that's my idea.
All right. So it's more like an advertisement application for events, right? That's it. You're
Yes.
not the organizer. You're not the one who's
Yes.
going to receive the money. You're just there as one platform to advertise, right?
Yes. So
Alright.
yes, furthermore, like we do want to collaborate with the organizers and also with the third party payment system lah. So we would like to ease the people to maybe to check out the ticket or to contact the organizer directly.
All right. Okay. I think that quite interesting because sometimes it's not that you don't want to go, but most of the time is because you don't even know. So with your
Yes.
platform now we know, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Quite interesting. Thank you so much, Azro.
Thank you, madam.
Now it's already 10:28. So we're supposed to finish our class by 10:30. So I will not be able to hear everyone's idea by today. But what I want you to do is, can you please go to our Google Sheet, all right? Right beside the attendance tab on the right, you have assessment 1, okay? So what I want you to do is to share all of your topics. I'll update the list here. Now I have 35 students. I'll add more names here later. So I want you to share your titles, all right? Those who have presented and those who have not presented. All of you will be sharing your titles here, all right? And then next week when I see you, we'll go through our lesson as usual, and then we'll come back to the title. All right. So if it happens, those who have presented, you want to do some changes or you want to narrow down your titles, it should be done by Thursday. So Thursday will be the last day for you to finalize your title. All right. Is that clear, people? Mashallah. Okay. So that is it. I'll see you on Thursday with the titles all filled in our Google Sheet. All right?
Madam,
All right.
Yes.
I have a question.
All right. Yes. What is it?
About my topic tadi, dia considered as acceptable or not? Ke I patut
Yeah, change to a more realistic one. Like I mentioned just now, it is an innovation, but it's not an effective one. So when you are presenting your pitch, you want people to agree with you. And as a listener, so far, based on what you have presented, I wouldn't agree with the service that you are going to present.
In terms of what? Like, I kena tukar in terms of
In
macam
terms of the service, I mean, no, in terms of the, what is it, yeah? The, not the service,
the drive-through or the product itself, like
the
macam.
product itself, the
Oh, okay.
service itself. The drive-through is fine. The product is, it should be something else.
Okay. Alright. Noted.
All
Thank you.
right, no problem. All right, thank you so much, people. Make sure to update your title by today, by Thursday, yeah? Have a good day, people.